Let me make sure this works. Alright, be right back. I decided to do a stream early today because I stayed up all night and haven't got back to sleep. Haven't gone to sleep. So I decided to stream early so I can get a couple hours in. Because I'm going to bed early. But now let's stream some Tears of Berseria again. Gee. Also sniffing a lot. Wait, why did that?
The ship's ready to sail. Where are you headed?
We don't have a problem. If you've got a grudge, we can settle it here and now.
Huh? Why would we have a grudge against you guys? The first mate fought like the first mate. The captain died like the captain, right?
I suppose.
Then no swabby here can blame you for what happened. We're Ifreed's pirates, and don't forget it. We're not so pathetic that we need pity from some lord of calamity.
All right. The ship's in your hands.
Aye aye. You can count on us.
The Von Eltia looks the same as ever. But it feels utterly different, doesn't it?
Yeah. Even Benwick looked like he'd been crying.
I can imagine. But if we let ourselves despair now, we'd be a disgrace to Ifreed's creed.
We have to swallow our anger and grief, and sail on.
Right. Following a creed isn't always pleasant. We must do what we must.
I won't allow the Abbey to do things like this.
Destroying someone like that, turning them into a puppet, it's unconscionable.
Still, a heart can never be fully bridled. It can be shattered, but never erased entirely.
Ifreed proved that.
Right. His body is gone, but he lives on through his crew. Magilu is right. What lives in one's heart can never be erased.
Yeah. The heart is eternal.
I see. Orichalcum or not, Stormquell snapped like a twig.
I'm afraid so. It was Inominat who did it. But I think Shigure could have done the same.
So hardness alone isn't enough. Forgive me. I thought I had found clarity, but it was only foolish pride.
You should be proud. You are, without a doubt, the greatest swordsmith in the world. I'm looking forward to your next blade.
Even now, you would still place your trust in me.
Of course. Is there any other swordsmith who could craft a blade out of orichalcum? You're a master of your art, a visionary who spent centuries working to forge a blade of legend. I'm honored to know you.
I don't know what to say.
Unless, of course, you've given up on making a sword to surpass Stormhowl.
Does this look like the face of a man who's given up?
Not in the least.
We're making good time.
The only problem is that ceremony that Artorias was going on about. We don't know how long it'll take.
Ifrid said they called it the Ceremony of Suppression. Most likely, it's how Inominat plans to release his power.
Most likely. He hasn't absorbed Laphicet in your despair, so Inominat should still be incomplete. But if his powers fully awaken...
Humanity will be robbed of their free will.
I can hear them celebrating now.
The uglinesses of the human soul are suppressed. And the world is free of malevolence! Hurrah! Hurrah! Robbing humanity of its will. They'll be like I once was. Something's coming!
Hey, please guys, let's not fight!
This is a domain?
Inominat's domain.
Their wills have been stolen.
It's not been fully sealed away yet.
Rokuro, give him a good smacking. Wake him up!
On it.
Aizen!
Got it. We'll put in at the nearest harbor. To Port Zexen!
I feel like some jerk played tug of war with my brain.
Dig up some spirit. They're trying to strip away your will.
Oh no! Look! It's that merchant! You're all right!
I do not deserve to be all right. I used people, stepped on them just to make a profit. I even aided wanted criminals so that I could expand my business. My soul is black with ugliness and can never be forgiven.
Huh? No, wait! Stop!
The world needs to be purified of malevolence. I don't belong here. I have to die. I have to die. I have to die.
No, it's not right!
You can die if you want, but saying you have to die is a good way to make my blood boil.
Those awakened to their own malevolence seek to end their lives. Welcome to Artorias' uncompromising world of reason.
First they steal humanity's rudder, and now they want to say who lives and who dies?
We should find out what's happening here, unless you'd rather not see.
You're right. I wouldn't. But I won't hide from the truth any longer.
Before anything else, we'll need to confirm just how far his power reaches. Let's head to Logris.
Innominate suppression. Is this the ideal world the Abbey envisions?
Bien! There's no life in anyone's eyes! This isn't a fun place at all!
It's not just people's minds being shackled. They're being forced to die, too. It's terrible.
Why would dying be part of anyone's ideal world?
Even under such strict control, new sins can still rise to the surface. If that happens, it's better to end the life of the sinner. Melchior came to the same logical conclusion.
What utter rubbish.
Anyway, we need to get to Logris.
What's going to happen to the world? How far will Innominate's power spread?
When his domain expanded, I felt a faraway power suddenly come closer. It was enough to blot out the whole sky. I'm sure it's covered other towns too.
His domain has certainly extended to at least the entire populace of this country. Otherwise, what would be the point?
That means what happened at Port Zexon is happening everywhere.
Everyone is either a puppet, or...
dead by their own hands.
Innominate created this ideal hell in a single moment. That's the power we're up against.
So we few are standing against a truly monumental force.
This is your last chance to turn back.
Turn back to what exactly?
Forward or back, we're headed into hell either way.
At least this way, I'll have my own free will. I'd prefer a living damnation to that oblivion.
Well, don't come crying to me later.
Let's move along then.
So this is the result of their ceremony of suppression.
Seems that way. They've brought their peace to mankind.
I was a fool for trying to sell commemorative chalices to the people visiting the Empyrean's throne. Happiness can't be bought with ill-gotten gains made through deception. In an effort to change my malevolent ways, I sold my shop and entered the holy priesthood. Rather than pursue my own greed, I've chosen to dedicate my life to bringing the sacred teachings to all.
Wow, look how shiny and pure he is. So this is what happens when Innominate suppresses all of someone's sins and desires.
How nauseating. And this is the kind of world they're trying to create.
Hey, you're Kakiku's menagerie.
Ooh, close. It's Magilu's menagerie.
I apologize for always demanding that you entertain me, despite my inability to even remember your name correctly. I'm also sorry to you, miss, for always insisting you do that tedious little bird impression of yours. I feel so bad I could just punch myself. Nay, I must.
I'm not sure if I'm more angry or confused.
It is wrong to seek pleasure from viewing petty tricks and pointless entertainment. Honest hard work alone is right. Someone such as I, who was unable to live in accordance to the simplest of truths, should disappear from this earth. Please, use that special trick you told me of. Make me disappear forever.
First, I took nectar to escape all my hardships, and I drank to run from all my pain. Even if I resisted, endured the pain, nothing changed. I've spent my life running. I'm pathetic, but I won't run anymore. I'm disposing of all the drinks in town. What the world needs now isn't dependence, but freedom. And I'll see that we have it.
Hey now, that's the kind of repentance that should only come the morning after a night of fun and too much drink.
And if you're afraid of losing yourself, drinking is a far better option than falling under Inominat's control.
It was the height of foolishness for a low-born person like me to hold on to romantic fantasies about Prince Percival. I should seek a male companion suitable to my social status, and live a life free of pointless desire and pride. Form, beauty, appearance, all are superfluous. Reason dictates that I seek a biological partner who lets me live my life with greater efficiency.
While what she's saying isn't technically wrong, it really creeps me out.
Even the capital is silent as death.
Inominat's power did all of this. A god among gods.
Fountains are purely decorative and serve no purpose to the collective good of mankind. They must be purged.
Not just the fountains. The streets and houses are filled with unnecessary extravagances. Comfort is another word for vanity. It is a lie that breeds only envy and war. All vanity must be purged.
Yes, we cannot let ourselves be ruled by desire. We must control ourselves and lead lives of purity.
If they keep abandoning desire after desire, eventually they'll abandon even their desire to live.
I knew it. I said all along that taverns are dens of evil. Now there is no one left who desires that demon drink. It clouds man's judgment and causes good people to fall into corruption and sin. It should never have existed. Taverns shall now only live on in history books.
I've always opposed the sale of nectar and intoxicating drinks. From now on, those places once known as taverns should be used to distribute food equally to all.
Flavor is irrelevant. It is enough for food to fill the stomach and contain the nutrients necessary for survival. Food is not something that should be enjoyed.
But eating is part of being alive. If you can't enjoy your food, how can you enjoy your life? I don't want to live like that. Isn't there anyone here who still has free thought?
I hope so. There has to be.
Mommy! That was a child.
Mommy! I'm scared! Mommy!
Don't show any feelings, dear.
If they spot you, they'll...
Prince Percival! Tabitha!
You're still you!
Demons? In the capital?
No, they're Malachim. You won't get away.
You're wide open! How's that? I was just getting warmed up. Tabitha, your mind's still your own?
Yes, somehow. But Prince Percival and that girl...
Looks like those Malachim took them away somewhere.
The prince was trying to help us get away. He said that the Abbey was gathering those who still had control of their own will at the villa.
We need to go after the prince and see just what's going on at the villa.
We don't know what sort of defenses they have at the front gate. Let's sneak in through the back.
Good plan. Back into the catacombs, then.
You got it.
Alright, I didn't get the... Can't remember what the... What the fuck it's called, we let us use Geoboard. Here? Oh, is it? No, I think it's in the sanctuary. I go there now? Yes.
So those weren't demons, they were Malachim.
Yes. They were probably ordered to hunt down any humans who still possess free will.
Enominat isn't whole, and his suppressive powers are not yet absolute. So he must be using the Malachim to find anyone he missed and process them. Sounds like him.
Process?
Be it a prince or a little girl.
I wonder if Tabitha's alright.
I don't think she'll be suppressed so easily.
Aye. She's got more grit than the average soldier.
But even if she resists suppression, if the Abbey finds her...
She'd stand out even more with us. She ran an entire shadow network. Finding a place to hide will be child's play for her.
Maybe she was just pretending to be an old woman.
Huh? But I really loved Tabitha's cooking.
I'm just kidding. You don't run into a woman that tough every day.
She's been living in society's shadows since before we were born. If she heard you were worried, she'd laugh and say you're wasting your time.
Then we should be on our way to the villa.
My mind is...
A channeling circle!
He's eating their will directly!
With an entrance like this, it's almost like...
Like we're a bunch of heroes.
Hey, no fair! You were supposed to say, like what?
You won't get away!
Die! Crash through! Crash through! Infernal Torrent! Infernal Torrent!
Let's go! Blades of wind! Slice them!
Crush it! Infernal Torrent!
You won't get away!
How's that all you got?
Infernal Torrent!
Stone Lance!
Infernal Torrent! Infernal Torrent! Take that!
Wind Lance! You're wide open!
Infernal Torrent!
You won't get away!
Take that! Devour!
You're wide open! Blades of wind! Slice them!
You won't get away!
Take that! Devour!
You're wide open!
Prince Percival, are you all right?
Yes, thank you. Well, I know I can still feel scared out of my wits at least.
It's all right now. We'll help you find your mommy, and then
Mommy was executed. They killed her because she stole food to give to me. But that's okay. They had to. Mommy was acting against reason.
So this is the true face of their suppression.
Yes, this is the ideal world sought by Shepherd Artorias. As long as malevolence gave rise to demons, this was the only way. That's why the Kingdom of Midgand consented to his plan. But I will never consent.
A world without sadness, but also without joy. A world without hate, but also without love.
You suppose the whole world's like this now?
No. Even this close to the Empyrean's throne, some here have held on to their free will. Still, we don't have much time.
Right. I can feel Inominat's domain spreading even now. It's incomplete, but it's quickly growing stronger.
Even we might be suppressed if this keeps up, and then it'll be reason o'clock all day long.
Prince, Griffin is doing well.
Good. That's good. I'm happy. Truly. Until now, I thought I was just a tool to serve my country. But when my feelings were being torn from me, I felt myself want something. No, I thought. I don't want this. I don't want to lose who I am. I understand the true horror of this ideal world now. I know it's selfish to put this burden on you, but I beg you, stop all this. Stop Shepherd Artorias.
You said something to me once. A bird that cannot fly is no bird at all. And now I say this to you. People stripped of their feelings can never truly be alive.
Yeah, that's how I used to be.
We're going to defeat Artorias. We're going to make this world one where we can be ourselves. We're doing it for us, not for you.
You've changed, haven't you?
You really have. You used to be a sword wielded by your own hatred. But now, you're in control. You're the one who swings the blade.
Even if I still don't know when to sheath it.
Don't worry. When danger comes, I'll be there to protect you.
My, I'm jealous. It must be nice to have a reliable young man like that by your side.
It certainly is. Our Fee's a gallant soul.
Eisen, about Captain Eifried.
I dealt with him. But the Abbey, they stomped all over Eifried's pride to achieve this suppression of theirs. With these hands, I will destroy them.
Then I'm going to be selfish too. And as just another flawed human being, I will offer a humble prayer that you succeed.
Well, I'm pumped. Who wants to go cut our way into this throne of theirs?
We can't just barge in, Sword for Brains. We gotta prepare.
We stick to the plan. Wake up the four Empyreans and take Inominat's domain away from him.
Artorias said the ceremony wouldn't be complete until the Scarlet Night.
Will they complete the ceremony first, or will we awaken the Empyreans? It's a gamble.
Well, moping won't get us anywhere. Let's head to Mount Killerhouse.
Right. It's time to suppress the suppression.
Good luck out there.
Eleanor, did the Exorcists know about this when they agreed to help Artorias?
They couldn't have. The exorcists I know fought for a world where people could live their lives in happiness and peace.
But then how do you explain the fact that the Exorcists seem to accept what's going on?
Maybe that was just what I wanted to believe.
It could be that Inominat's suppression is also affecting the exorcists.
You mean Inominat might have taken control of their will and made them his tools?
Completely believable. Exorcists are too hard-headed to be open to much persuasion.
If I stayed with the Abbey, I might have accepted this world too. Thank you, Laphicet. It's your strength that protects my heart from wavering.
You really think so?
Of course I do. Have a little more self-confidence.
Guess it's a good thing I captured you then.
That's true. I owe you my gratitude as well. Thank you.
Seriously?
Quite. To be able to express what's in my heart is a wonderful thing.
You still drive me mad, but I can't disagree there.
Even when not yet fully awakened, Inominat can extend his reach to the entire world.
The other towns are probably in the same sorry state as the ones we've seen. Or perhaps even worse.
Magilu, is there some art that can awaken Malachim?
What do you mean?
Well, if I could just use the flames of purification properly.
Even if you could alter reality with that power, you'd end up destroying yourself in the process. Do you want to awaken that badly?
I need more power.
For Velvet's sake?
For her too, but I hate what the Abbey is doing. It's just wrong. This world of theirs is without any joy. I just want to do everything I can to stop them. This is what I want, with my own free will, and
I know of no such art. And even if I did, it wouldn't help you.
Huh?
You've already found strength in your heart. There's no magic that can make that stronger. What you need is to be ready and determined. And to be brave.
I guess you're right. Thanks, Magilu.
No thanks necessary. 100 gold will cover it.
You want me to pay you?
Hey, good advice isn't free. What do I look like, a sidewalk psychiatrist? I'm a witch.
She always has to be so difficult.
But that's why we love her. Nice.
That's 3 Nordals collected, and 1 to go.
Right.
Usually that turtle shows up right about now. What gives? Turtles, loiters, embroiders?
You mean, the Turtles is late because he's taking too much time getting a new design for his robe?
I knew you could follow along, my dear little oyster.
Should we wait for him a bit longer? I'm sure your sister's reply has to be arriving soon.
I don't write her those letters expecting to get a reply. They're more like an apology for not coming home to see her.
But you can't go home because of the Reaper's curse, right? So why do you need to send letters and gifts?
Soon after I left, my sister wrote me a letter. She said, "I don't care if it's dangerous. I want to be with you." Maybe the old me, once I realized there was no fixing this curse, would have gone home prepared to do everything in my power to protect her. But I'm not the old me. Haven't been since I met Ifrid and his crew.
I understand. You found your place on that ship. Even if you lifted the curse, you wouldn't move back home.
Do you think your sister knows that?
I haven't told her directly, but I'm sure she's realized it. She's smart, and she's empathetic. That's why she never sends me a reply.
You mean because she respects that you've chosen your way of life?
That's probably how she sees it, yes. But understanding does not preclude loneliness. I think she doesn't reply as a way of showing that she disapproves.
And you keep on sending those letters by way of atonement.
I don't think it's anything so noble as that, but sure. You're probably not too far off the mark.
A brother writing letters knowing he'll never get a reply. And a sister waiting for a brother she knows will never come home.
You two make it so damn complicated. Just talk it out face to face and make up already. It's not that hard. At least the person you care about is still alive.
Velvet.
Are we done here? Let's go.
The Abbey is telling everyone to stay away from the Palamedes ruins, because a vicious demon has settled in them. It's a real nasty piece of work. Likes to call its buddies over just to devour them. And it's only getting more aggressive over time. Not even the exorcists have been able to keep it under control. If you know what's good for you, you'll all stay away from there too.
A demon that devours other demons and gets more brutal. That sounds like venomization.
If it's bringing in other demons just to eat them, then yeah. I'd bet it's acting on instinct.
Trying to live and be strong, even if that means eating its fellow demons. Why, that's positively alluring.
And how is that exactly?
You know how when it's late at night and you just know you shouldn't have that snack, but there it is and it's so tempting?
If it's been at this for a while, I bet it'll make for a pretty tough opponent.
Yeah, and if Velvet devoured it, she might become a lot stronger.
It sounds dangerous to me.
To feed or not to feed? That is the question.
Go to the titanium reverse if I can. I guess I can't. No, I can't. Oh, let's get the...
It's a biggie! Here! Take that! Devour! Got you! Finish! You're defenseless! Take that! Devour! Take it! Let's finish! You're defenseless! Take that! Devour! Let's finish! You're defenseless! Take that! Devour! You're defenseless! Take that! Devour!
One down.
Easy peasy. Take that. Devour. Got you. Discord.
Not bad.
Not worth my time.
It's the demon-eating demon.
The more it eats, the more ferocious it gets, right? I'd rather not find out. Let's take it down, fast.
Infernal Taurus! Serious! Infernal Taurus!
We're wide open! Bird! Who wants some next? No escape! Crusher!
You won't get away!
Die! How's this? How's this?
Crash through! Sword Dragon! Burning Thunder! Crash through! Crimson Servant!
Let's go!
Taurus! You won't get away! Take this!
Sky's light the down!
Take that!
Illusory Veil!
Crash through!
Illusory Veil! You're wide open! Die or be killed!
You won't get away! Thunder Blitz! Out of my way!
Let's go!
Burning Moon! Black Thunder!
They were nothing.
Whew. I don't know how, but we managed to beat it.
It devoured other demons purely by instinct. Sounds kind of like me, doesn't it?
So you've eaten a few cows, or demons, whatever. When you're hungry, you eat. The only ones who put any moral weight on it are humans. Personally, I wouldn't sweat it too much.
What are you trying to say?
It's fine. I don't really care if I'm seen as a bad guy.
I don't really know how to put it, but I sensed a kind of strength inside that demon. Like a determination to continue living. It was powerful and frightening, but I don't think it was bad.
Figures. Both the opening and the advent began here.
This is where the me before I was born died.
And it's where Lord Artorius sacrificed Velvet's brother.
The former leader of the Exorcists and Melchior searched high and low for the resting place of Enominat, the nameless Empyrean. No wonder they never found it. Who'd have thought he'd be sealed away out here in the middle of nowhere?
And these patterns. They're similar to those I've seen in foreign temples, built during the era of darkness.
That's some good camouflage. I doubt Artorius realized the true purpose of this shrine until he witnessed Enominat's power firsthand.
Maybe.
Hey, can we seal Enominat back in here?
No, we can't. I can't detect even a trace of the original seal's art.
Me neither. But I can tell you this is the Earth Pulse point.
Oh well.
If a cat's already out of the bag, it won't go back in. Believe me, I've tried.
Even if there was a way to seal him here again, I wouldn't do it. I want to settle things with Enominat my way. What's that you're pouring out?
It's for Ifrid's memorial.
Captain, this is some good booze the first mate's been hiding away. Drink up! It's all yours!
Ha! I'll never forget you, Captain. And I'll never forget that 500 gold I loaned to you either.
And I'll always remember how hard your fists were. That's just because you screwed up all the time, Benwick. I always meant to hit him back one day, but now I'll never have the chance. It's so unfair!
Oh, shut up. It'd be 100 years before you'd be able to knock him out. Not even Von Ifrid would wait that long for you.
Hey, I could have managed it in 50.
Well, this turned out to be a pretty lively memorial.
To death, we are as equals. It comes to us all. There's no reason to treat it as something special.
Exactly. And besides, we're all pirates here. Wherever we sail, death is always lurking beneath the waves.
You're all prepared for it.
Of course we are.
Eisen, would you mind if I said a prayer for Ifrid?
You would? He's the most terrible villain in 100 years.
That's true, but I just...
What if you prayed for Eisen's friends instead? I don't think there'd be a problem with that.
Okay. Is it all right if I pray for your friends instead, Eisen?
I'm not stopping you. Captain, I was more enriched by the days I spent sailing with you than the centuries I roamed in search of something to end my curse. Thanks for the fun, Ifrid.
Oh, good. It seems you're both still here inside me, then.
It is not as though we desired these circumstances. We're only here because you ate us.
I'll make no apologies.
You wish to sacrifice us to the 4 elemental Empyreans, is that it?
Yes. I won't apologize for that, either.
It matters not. Your sins are nothing a mere apology could ever absolve.
I know.
At least you're aware of how selfish you are. Good for you, then.
Remember this well, Lord of Calamity. No matter how many times I am reborn, I will act the same.
As will I.
And I as well.
Did you say something?
Just dreaming is all. But I know now how deep my sins run.
Velvet, there's something I've wanted to talk to you about. It's about the Therians. And about Laphicet.
Let me guess. The link between us and Innominat.
Yes. There's no way of knowing what will happen until we actually try, but...
You don't have to worry about me. I said it before. Best just to blame all the wickedness of the world on the Lord of Calamity.
Don't you try to shoulder all of this yourself! We exorcists are just as much at fault for letting things come to this. So let me ponder what to do about Kamoana and the rest, but you need to think about Laphicet. There, I've said my piece.
I don't know which of us is more stubborn. Still, I've got to face the truth. I've got to tell him.
Oh, good. This place hasn't been suppressed yet.
We're unloading. Give me a hand, will ya? Hey, you listening?
Sorry. Something just feels weird. Like there's something tugging at my thoughts.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of that lately. But pull yourself together. Yeesh!
Yet being the operative term here.
We'd better get a move on.
Benwick, don't leave Kamoana or Medissa's domain. Got it? The Therians are part of Innominat. They should be able to resist suppression to some extent.
Aye, aye. You watch yourself too, First Mate.
Mount Killerhouse is at the northern edge of Northgand. Bit of a trek.
It'd be nice if we could resupply along the way.
There's a town, Mercio, near the foot of the volcano. It faces the sea, but the currents lately have been too strong to approach it by water. However, the land route should still be clear.
The whole continent has been getting colder of late, not just Northgand.
Colder? Could it have something to do with Innominat? Or maybe it's because the elemental Empyreans are asleep.
Both sound possible. But think too hard about the cold, and it'll give you the shivers.
Yeah, but even so...
Whatever the case, our course remains the same. We'll head to Mercio and work from there.
A new...
My son came home from the capital and said he'd take over the family fishing business. That was always my dream. But is it really best for the world? For him to waste his talents on such a primitive activity?
Dad, what are you saying? I thought we talked about this.
You should use your education to help the country and people all across the world. That is the way of reason.
That guy is acting really oddly.
Wait, we talked about this?
Yeah, you agreed that I should use my knowledge to advance fishing technology and stabilize the world's food supply. Remember?
Oh. Yes, that's right.
Shape up, Dad. What's the problem? Drinking too much?
Just a nightcap before bed.
If you need some rest, I'll take the boat out myself today.
That'd be the day. Like I'd put you in charge. You're not ready to take the boat out by yourself.
An ill-fated fisherman's fortune. His memories are muddied. But is it divine will that dulls his wits, or drink?
A sailor who can't handle his drink is just as shameful as one who gets seasick.
colder here than last time.
You're right. It was merely freezing before. Now it goes straight to the bone.
Allow me to warm.
Not necessarily.
Oh, the sneezes are going around? Achoo! Oh, so cold. If it's this bad here, I dread to think of what the Guyberg ice field is like.
The tundra past Mount Killerhouse? Is it really that cold?
I've stayed up in the mountains many times for my training. With all the snow, I imagine it'd be pretty rough for a normal human.
Why are you sneezing all of a sudden? Demons aren't supposed to feel cold.
Nah, a snowflake just flew up my nose and...
Achoo!
You're sneezing too.
My hair was blowing around and tickled my nose.
But according to the old book I read, it isn't supposed to snow much around Guyberg.
Because of lava from the volcano and the Earth's natural heat. I bet the book calls it Guyberg Plains, too.
Yeah, it says Mount Killerhouse was highly active, and the area used to be famous for its hot springs.
But now it's... What?
Why are you all staring?
They're all expecting you to sneeze, I think.
Everyone else is doing it! Now give us a good show! Sorry everyone. No sneezes here. I'll practice for next time.
Good grief.
I think you heard it already? I don't remember.
I see you're at it again.
Am I that predictable?
That stance. It's called nothingness, right? A clear state of mind and all that.
Does it look meditative or something? I wish it was, but really it's the exact opposite. It brings out all my negative thoughts. My hatred, my doubts, my ego, my anger. I take up my sword to cut myself free of such wrongful emotions. At least, that's what I used to think. But that's just not possible, is it? Not for anyone. Hell, even if I could let go of that part of myself, I'm not sure I'd want to.
Because if you let go of your desire to kill Shigure, you'd lose your purpose in life?
My spiteful thoughts, my wrongful feelings, my pride, my inner contradictions. All these are parts of who I am. Through practice, I learned to embrace who I am, the good and the bad, and become the swordsman only I can be. That's the only way I will achieve what cannot be done. Defeating Shigure.
And Shigure. He's already at peace with his inner self.
Exactly. And so are you.
You really think so?
I do. That's why I will never give up. Besides, I still need to repay my debt to you.
Well, I look forward to seeing the final results. That's for sure.
I guess it did. Forgot about that. We'll get to that later. They get the titanium somehow.
We opened our arms and welcomed that vagabond into our town. But despite our kindness, he robbed us, started fights, caused trouble. Then he stole a boat and escaped. But I was the one that let him go. I'm guilty too. We have to be strict with criminals.
Rogues always seem to drift into hell of ease, don't they?
Huh? Were we talking about something?
Wait, did you forget what you just said?
Yeah, I hope I didn't say anything strange.
We were talking about how nice of a guy you were.
Huh?
Don't be so hard on yourself, okay?
Huh?
Daddy, we're having a long-armed crab hot pot party when you come home tonight.
As the world gets colder, the long-armed crab's habitat expands.
Do your best out there today!
If the crabs breed too quickly, it will affect the fish.
Hey, that guy is...
Daddy? You're acting weird.
Oh, sorry about that. My mind just wandered away from me there for a second.
If you do that on your boat, you'll fall into the sea.
Yeah, that's right. I'll be careful.
Good luck out there!
That boy's father, he was acting strangely.
The suppression is starting to affect people out here, too.
Come, sinner, and repent your wicked deeds.
Yes, Father. I am here.
No, I wasn't talking to you. Surely an exorcist has nothing to repent. Truly, the sinners are those people you're with, who come into this cathedral and say whatever they please.
No, Father. I've done a great many things that I regret. For instance, I once put blind, unquestioning faith in the Abbey's ideals of reason and justice. In making any decision, I used not my head, or my gut, or my heart, but instead relied on the Abbey's answers. I lorded my authority over those I thought to be below me, when I didn't even know the truth of how things actually worked.
What?
I was telling other people how to live their lives, when I needed to look at my own flaws instead. But I won't repent for my past deeds. To seek forgiveness from the Empyreans would be to repeat those very same mistakes. I will follow my own judgment now, as I strive to make amends for the misdeeds and regrets of my past.
Please, Lady Exorcist, listen to my confession, for I have much to repent.
Huh? Father, why are you crying?
Did you hear that Moloch they were doing experiments on finally broke?
Yeah, you mean the one where they were trying to combine multiple smaller Malachim into one giant Moloch? I always figured it was a waste of time.
Turns out it not only looked like a freak, but its shackled mind snapped, leaving the thing feral.
Oh? Guess they'll have to dispose of it.
Yeah. For now, they've moved it out to the Faldees ruins. They're repurposing it as a test target for a new Moloch art in development.
At least we'll be able to get some valuable data out of it.
Using Malachim for their own ends. Is there no line they won't cross?
I hope you're not thinking of doing anything unnecessary.
Oh? Like what?
Like thinking about bringing mercy to a broken Moloch.
What I think is necessary and what actions I take are for me to decide.
Eisen!
That exorcist said they were using the Moloch to get data on a new Moloch art. If it were complete, they could use it against us. Stopping that wouldn't be a waste of our time, would it?
You think you know just what to say to me, don't you?
I'm just stating the truth.
Just so we're clear, we're not going to rescue it.
No argument here.
We said we go to Titania. No, I can't. Alright.
We will need to be extremely wary.
This must be that experimental Moloch.
Quiet, Cuphead! This is bull! Careful! It's on a rampage!
Time to put a stop to this.
Bring down!
Brock!
Shot down! Crash through!
Crusher! You're wide open!
Sword and dragon!
Go! Brock!
Slow down!
Die! Die!
Look what I found!
Die!
Die! Slow down! No escape! Take that! Devour! Thermal viewer! Slow down! No escape! Ruin top! Finish! Lunar serpent! Look at shooting stuff! Look at shooting stuff! Twin blade! Pierce true! Moonlight cyclone! Take that! Devour! Here! Ruin top!
Too slow!
Lunar serpent! Thermal viewer!
Crusher!
Here!
Wind lance!
Twin blade!
Blast step!
Here it comes! Crash through!
Tremble! Blast step!
Get him, you crazy!
Blades of wind! Slice them! Air blast!
Here's true! Split!
Brock!
Have a nice trip!
Crusher!
Triple trouble! That got you! Here! That got you! Here's what I found! That got you!
You're gonna guard the entire time, you fucker.
Die!
Brock! That got you!
You're wide open! Fire be killed! Attack! Sky's like beguile! Blades of wind! Slice them! Air thrust! No escape! Pummel! Wind lance! Wind lance!
Light of light! Illuminate absorber! Calamity flare! Circle! Take that! Devour! Finish! Lunar serpent! Clear way! Invigorate us! Too slow! Inspiration! Crash through! Spin! When it comes to pain, it's better to be never seen! Thunder! Whirling top! Whirling top!
Seriously?
Yes.
Very close! Blade! Devour!
You're wide open!
Finish! Lunar serpent!
Rip them apart!
Devour! Trouble!
Hellgate!
Finish! Lunar serpent! Devour! Finish! Lunar serpent! Finish! Lunar serpent!
Blades of wind! Slice them!
Here's true!
Air blast!
Roaring thunder! Roaring thunder!
Pummel!
Take that!
Wind
Roaring
lance!
thunder! Finish! Lunar serpent!
Die!
Roaring
Tremble
top!
and shake!
Spell absorber!
Feel rumble!
Ouch! Have a nice trip! Cutting moon! Take that!
Pummel!
Finish! Lunar serpent!
Wind lance! Skies like beguile! Illusory veil!
Crusher!
Die!
Take that! Devour!
No escape!
Finish! Lunar serpent! Look what I found! Crimson lance!
You're wide open! Die! That was tougher than I...
Hating
So
enemies
what?
guard
They
constantly.
were trying to make an enormous bovine Moloch? Was that the best the Abbey could think up?
As if robbing our free will wasn't enough. Now they're trying to reshape Malachim.
I'm so sorry, Eisen. What they did here was terrible.
I don't really care about the callous experimentation. If the Malachim participated by their own free will, then sure, that's their choice. But this one had its free will locked away and was used and discarded like a mere tool. That's what I can never forgive. And the Abbey is treating countless Malachim the same way.
Sounds like this has gotten you all fired up. Maybe I'm glad we came here.
Oh, believe me, I've been fired up for a good long time. Ever since I decided how I want to live my life.
It's only a bit further to the town of Mercio.
And once we're past Mercio, we'll find our destiny on Mount Kilaros.
I know it's supposed to be cold here, but I didn't think it would be this cold.
Reviving the elemental Empyreans is bound to alter this weather.
I'm not sure how much warmer it'll get in the time we'll still be alive.
Keep moving. The cold and the climb don't matter. We have to move forward. We can't stop until the elemental Empyreans have been revived.
Right then, finish this! Take that! Devour!
You're wide open!
Finish! Take that! Devour! Got you! Finish! Rock strike!
No escape!
Take that! Devour! Got you! Finish! Rock strike! Take that! Devour! Out of my way! Flying thunder! Finish! Take that! Rock strike! Fire!
You're wide open! Die or be killed! That's all!
This fight is over! I'll show you the beauty of my spear work! Take that! Devour!
No escape!
Finish! Lunar strike!
You're wide open!
Devour! Trouble! Finish! Lunar strike! Take that! Devour! Storm! Lunar strike! Take that!
Die or be killed!
Stop fooling around.
I challenge you! Take that! Crimson
Tremble and shake! How's that? You're wide open! Die or be killed! You're wide open! This is the Reaper's power!
Shake the heavens!
You're wide open! Die or be killed! You're wide open! Die or be killed! Blades of wind! Slice them! You're wide open!
You won't get away! Trouble! Thermal skewer!
We're finished here. Don't waste my time.
Let's go! Let's go!
Take that! Devour! You won't get away! Take that! Devour! You won't get away! Take that! Devour!
No escape!
You won't get away!
You're wide open! Die or be killed!
Nothing can stop these.
Good.
I challenge you! Take that!
You're wide open!
Die! Finish! Die! Take that! Devour! Take that! Devour! Got you!
They were nothing.
I'll finish this quick.
Let's
go! You're wide open!
You won't get away! That'll take that!
You're wide open!
You won't get away!
You're wide open!
You won't get away!
Die or be killed!
Always be on guard!
You're wide open! You're wide open! This is the Reaper's power! You're wide open! Die or be killed! Runaway shake! You're wide open!
Another victory.
Everyone ready to play?
Take that! Cross! You're wide open! These guys like beguile! Wait, kill them to the bone! No escape! No escape!
It looks like no one is injured.
You're fighting the Reaper! Blades of wind, slice them!
You won't get away.
Guys like beguile! You're wide open!
If you want to live, get out.
Guess it's time to fight.
You're wide open! You won't get hurt! You're wide open! You're wide open! Eat it! Cross! Smash them! Don't left! No escape!
That's the end for you!
What an easy victory.
I'll finish this quick!
You won't get away! You won't get away! You won't get away!
You're wide open! Who wants some next?
You won't get away!
Rip them apart!
Not even worth my time.
I challenge you! Take that!
Let's go! Cross!
You won't get any pity or compassion.
I'm ready for this!
No escape! No escape! You're wide open! Burn! Die or be killed!
come on, really?
I challenge you!
No escape! You're wide open! Die or be killed! That's all, huh?
Take that! Devour! Got you too close! Lunar Starfish! Take that! Devour!
Die or be killed!
Is that all you got?
You're wide open! See ya! I'll finish this quick! You're wide open! Bird, die or be killed!
My spear can cut a path. Right then, let's finish this! Devour! Here! That's it right! Is it hot or is it just cold? Take the hit! Take the fire! Finish! Got you! Too close! Devour! Is that all you took close? Finish! Next!
Wide open! Nothing can stop these.
This is ridiculous!
Is this Mercio?
3 days on watch with no sleep? I was 10 frickin' minutes late! It's not like the mine is gonna fall apart!
Hey,
Sure, whatever! If you got business here, go on in!
yeah, we'll do that.
They'll pay for this!
I'm gonna end the stream here. Just want to do some streaming tonight. I'm going to level grind, but don't usually level grind. I want to level grind. So next time I'll be on a high level. I don't know if I'm gonna level grind like crazy or not, but I'll level grind a little bit. But I'm gonna end the stream here, so see you later. Bye bye.